Indonesian action movies have been making serious waves worldwide, blending raw energy with stunning fight choreography. And yet, action is not all. You will find gripping stories that will keep you on the edge of your seat. And that's why we've brought some of the best Indonesian action movies that have captured hearts both locally and internationally. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to this explosive world, these films are sure to impress. So stick around and don't forget to comment with your favorite title and subscribe for more awesome movie content.
Two. One.
Foxtrot Six is one of the most thrilling Indonesian action movies. Directed by Randy Karampis, the film hit theaters in 2019, starring Oka Antara and Chico Jericho. The story is set in a dystopian near future where Indonesia is under martial law and controlled by a corrupt corporation. The story follows Angga, a former soldier turned street fighter, who joins a rebel group to take down the oppressive regime. Packed with explosive gunfights and intense chase scenes, the film features well-choreographed combat scenes.
Execute.
Combining political drama with adrenaline-pumping action, you will find impressive visuals, especially considering the budget constraints. The cast delivers strong performances that add depth to the characters. Fans of action movies praise the movie's energy and ambitious scale. It's definitely worth watching if you enjoy fast-paced, gripping stories that reflect real social issues, and it can also be a solid start to exploring Indonesian action movies. The Raid took the standard for Indonesian action movies to a whole new level. This one is the sequel to that legendary film. Directed by Gareth Evans, this 2014 film expands the story beyond the claustrophobic apartment building of the first film into the dangerous, sprawling criminal underworld of Jakarta. The film stars Iko Uwais reprising his role as Rama, an undercover cop who must infiltrate ruthless gangs to bring down a powerful crime syndicate. The plot is layered with twists, blending crime thriller elements with jaw-dropping martial arts sequences that have become a signature of Indonesian action movies. The fight choreography is brutal and beautifully executed, making it a favorite among action enthusiasts worldwide. Loved for its ambitious scope and adrenaline-fueled pacing, the film is frequently hailed as one of the best action movies of the decade. The Raid 2 not only boosted the profile of Indonesian cinema globally, but it also earned a cult following thanks to its relentless action. The Big Four is proof that Indonesian action movies can be just as fun as they are fierce. Released in 2022, this one is directed by the Indonesian legend, Timo Tjahjanto. The film blends explosive fight sequences with a surprising amount of comedy. It follows a group of retired assassins who are forced back into action when a straight-laced cop, played by Putri Marino, discovers their secret past. Alongside her, Abimana Aryasatya leads the colorful assassin team, bringing both charm and chaos to the screen.
Mimpi Bapak hancur semua berantakan.
While the action delivers intense fight scenes that hand-to-hand combat fans expect from Indonesian action movies, the film's humor sets it apart. There are witty banters and ridiculous scenarios, mixed with over-the-top stunts that feel like a wild roller coaster ride. Audiences embraced it on Netflix, pushing it into the platform's top trending titles after release. In short, The Big Four is a lighthearted yet action-packed romp that proves not every action movie needs to be dead serious to leave a mark. Stealing Raden Saleh isn't your typical Indonesian action movie. It's a stylish heist thriller with adrenaline running through every scene. Directed by Angga Dwimas Sasongko and released in 2022, the film follows a group of young, gifted criminals who plan to steal a priceless painting by legendary Indonesian artist Raden Saleh. Iqbal Ramadan leads the cast as Pico, a talented forger whose skills are essential to the heist, with support from Angga Yunanda, Umay Shahab, and Rachel Amanda.
Ini yang bisa bikin aku punya duit cepat dan mampu aku kerjain.
plot unfolds like a ticking time bomb with meticulous planning, close calls, trails, and intense chases. What makes it stand out among Indonesian action movies is its balance of brain and brawn. It's as much about strategy and wit as it is about daring getaways. The film's sleek cinematography and fast-paced editing keep viewers hooked until the final twist. Praised for its clever storytelling and energetic performances, audiences loved seeing a heist film rooted in Indonesian culture. Before the Raid made global waves, there was Merantau. The film that first put modern Indonesian action movies on the map was released in 2009 and directed by Gareth Evans. This martial arts drama introduced audiences to Iko Uwais, whose raw talent and charisma would later define the genre. The story of Merantau follows Yuda, a young man from West Sumatra who leaves his rural home on a traditional Merantau journey, a rite of passage to seek a better life in the city. But instead of opportunity, Yuda finds himself entangled in the violent underworld of human trafficking. The fight sequences are steeped in Silat, Indonesia's traditional martial art, giving the film a distinct identity. Each battle feels brutally intense, with Uwais performing his stunts with jaw-dropping perfection. Merantau might not have the massive scale of later Indonesian action movies, but it laid the foundation for what was to come in the industry. If Indonesian action movies are known for anything, it's their ability to mix unflinching violence with intense storytelling, and Headshot pushes that to the extreme. Released in 2016, this upbeat action film is directed by Timo Tjahjanto and Kimo Stambul. The film stars Iko Uwais as an amnesiac man who wakes up in a hospital with a bullet lodged in his head. Rescued by a compassionate doctor, played by Chelsea Island, he slowly regains fragments of his memory, uncovering a violent past tied to a brutal crime syndicate. From the very start, Headshot doesn't hold back. The fights are raw with bone-crunching sounds, and it's often shockingly graphic, even by Indonesian action movie standards. Uwais's performance combines vulnerability with ferocity, making every blow feel alive. Chelsea Island's role adds emotional weight, grounding the chaos with moments of humanity. Audiences praised the film's uncompromising vision and its stylish, kinetic direction. For fans of the genre, Headshot is a brutal ride, one that tests your limits but rewards you with some of the most intense action sequences in recent years.
Semua berakhir sekarang.
Released on Netflix in 2018, The Night Comes For Us is an action thriller that blends traditional Indonesian martial arts with modern action cinematography. Directed by Timo Tjahjanto and starring Joe Taslim, Iko Uwais, Julie Estelle, and Sunny Pang, this film earned a cult following and rave reviews for its unapologetically brutal violence and visceral action sequences. The plot centers on Ido, played by Joe Taslim, who is a former enforcer for a Southeast Asian triad and betrays the organization to save a young girl. His defection triggers a relentless manhunt as fellow assassins come after him. As the streets run red with blood, Ido battles his way through wave after wave of deadly opponents in an attempt to protect the girl and redeem himself. With no room for mercy or escape, The Night Comes For Us delivers some of the most intense and inventive martial arts scenes in recent cinema.
Untuk menetralisir, bukan untuk menolong atau bernegosiasi. Ini Tutup 13.
The Shadow Strays is a 2024 action crime thriller written and directed by Timo Tjahjanto, the master behind the rise of Indonesian action movies. The film stars Aurora Ribeiro in the central role, playing the character of Code 13. Keeping Timo's signature, the action here is also brutal, stylized, and relentless, combining traditional Indonesian martial arts, silat, with gunplay, knife fighting, and bone-crunching hand-to-hand combat. The film is praised for its unapologetically dark tone, morally complex characters, and emotionally charged action sequences.
13.
The Shadow Strays is set in the seedy underbelly of Jakarta and follows the story of Code 13, who entangles with a crime group to avenge a little boy's mother, uncovering a sinister plot involving government corruption, drug syndicates, and betrayal within their own ranks. Code 13 keeps fighting her battle. As the body count rises, the Shadows start hunting for 13. Released both theatrically in Indonesia and globally on Netflix, this movie earned critical acclaim for its gritty atmosphere and kinetic violence.
Gua akan tuntasin semuanya.
While many Indonesian action movies thrive on dark intensity, Hit and Run goes in a completely different direction. It mixes high-octane chases with plenty of laughs. Released in 2019 and directed by ODC Harahap, the film stars Joe Taslim as Detective Tegar Saputra, a celebrity cop whose cases often turn into media spectacles. His latest mission is teaming up with a street-smart ex-con, played by Chandra Leo, to take down a dangerous drug lord. The film blends stylized fight choreography with slapstick humor, leaning heavily into buddy cop dynamics.
Biar gua yang urus.
Joe Taslim, already well known for his serious action roles, shows off his comedic timing here, making the banter between characters as entertaining as the brawls. Car chases, shootouts, over-the-top stunts, and whatnot. The film keeps the energy high from start to finish. Hailed as a refreshing change of pace for the genre, audiences enjoyed its lighter tone, making it a fun watch for those who want action without the emotional heaviness. Released in 2023, 13 Bombs turns the pulse-pounding intensity of Indonesian action movies into a relentless countdown. This one is directed by Angga Dwima Sasongko, and the film follows a day of chaos in Jakarta when 13 explosive devices are planted across the city. Time is running out, and the police must team up with unlikely allies to stop the attacks before disaster strikes. The ensemble cast, featuring Ardito Pramono, Lutetia, and Marthino Leo, delivers solid performances, capturing the desperation and urgency of the situation. The movie jumps between multiple storylines. From bomb squads racing against the clock to undercover operatives chasing leads, each thread tightens the suspense, making you feel like every second genuinely matters. Visually, 13 Bombs uses rapid editing and close-quarters camera work to keep the tension high. While the sheer number of subplots can feel overwhelming, many praised the film for sustaining a high level of excitement from start to finish. Fans of Indonesian action movies found it a gripping watch, one that delivers constant heart-pounding thrills without too much hand-to-hand combat. The Raid is a 2011 martial arts action film that created a whole new standard for martial arts movies. Directed by Gareth Evans, the film is known as The Raid: Redemption in the US. Starring Iko Uwais, Reza Hatapi, and Yayan Ruhian, the film was shot in Jakarta and premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. The film exploded onto the global stage with its ferocious energy and groundbreaking Silat-based fight choreography. Critics hailed it as a modern action masterpiece, and it became a cult hit that redefined martial arts cinema for a new generation. The plot follows Rama, played by Iko Uwais, a rookie SWAT officer, as his team is sent on a covert mission to storm a high-rise building controlled by a ruthless drug lord. But when their cover is blown, the team is trapped inside and hunted floor by floor by waves of killers. Rama not only fights to survive, but also to uncover a deeper conspiracy that threatens his family. With the fast, brutal, and relentless action featuring hand-to-hand combat, knife fights, and creative use of tight spaces, The Raid is a non-stop adrenaline rush that never lets up.